CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the Chicken is here. We're back to another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we made a bit of a mistake yesterday, and I was playing the whole time, as some of you guys noticed, without the Doom Cannon. So we're gonna fix that today. Well, we did fix that. I think I am done at this point. I'm not 100% sure if we're gonna go back in or what, but I'm gonna just wait and see how the leaderboard plays out. 21:35. It seems somewhat safe. I don't know. We're like 250-ish. And if I remember last season, although the leaderboard moved fairly quick, where I got to on Friday, I didn't get up any higher than that on the weekend. So, although there was a lot of people that got up to 20 and probably will get to low 21, I don't know. And it's not a big deal because we can just, you know, we're not going to go over our chest limit. So, yeah. But I don't know on the cutoff. It's really hard to predict the cutoff on these seasons, but... either way, I think 21 is a good start for next season. 21, I think 75 is the next kind of point to get the cutoff. So, I mean, although we're close, I'm going to just hang it up for now and just try to focus on giving you guys all the good info. So, yeah, if you unlock a Doom Cannon, make sure that you place it down. That is going to help tremendously. And... I think if, you know, you got to make the choice between 7 and a couple things or 6 and all the things, I think you want to go 6 with all the stuff. I think that's going to be better. The tech I have now seems pretty good, and I think the next thing that you guys should focus on, that I'll get if I do end up going back in, which is also why I want to kind of wait because there's nothing I can get now except critters, is the second Sky Shield. I think that's going to be huge. I think we're going to see a lot of 6ER bases with the 2 Sky Shields, and yeah, I think that's going to be the final meta. Now we do see some 7s on the global. Whoops, let's see, some 7ERs. Nope, he's still a 6. I got to scroll all the way back up for God's sakes. But yeah, so there were some 7s. I mean, 7 in building health obviously isn't too bad, but I think full on dirty 6 is better. So let's just scroll all the way back up to the top here, doing our little marathon around the leaderboard this morning. Okay, so I want to see if these top guys that I believe are still playing. Oh no, some of them are 6 too. So yeah, I think the move is not to go to 7, guys. And speaking of 7, season 57, pretty well done. We have season 58 starting tomorrow. So I am going to be going live again, guys. Another early morning live stream, my god. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing the video actually with a special guest who I'm gonna leave unnamed for now, but it's gonna be a cool video. So we're gonna go over the day 1 path, everything in depth, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that if you want to know where to start on season 58. And I also saw some people said that they went back and they watched some older videos, and they were able to get their path just from doing that. So that's also an idea. Now this guy is 6ER. Do we have any 7s at all? We don't have any 7. Oh, this guy's got double Sky Shields. Wow. So there you go. This is your last day base for sure. Something like that. This dude's got everything. He's got shock launchers, blaster, Doom Cannon, 2 Sky Shields, 100 DVD, 100 GBE. My god. So copy something like that if you can get to that tech. That's probably going to be your ticket into Diamond or in Beyond. So let's go over some of the attacks. That's the tech, that's the base, that's the most important things. Let's go... some of these are super frustrating, man. Oh, shout out to Taz. I talk to him on Twitter sometimes. I didn't know that he played the game at like a high level, but he's really good. Maple Leaf... It's funny, a lot of these names I don't recognize. The only one I recognize is Mr. Boom and Taz. So, anyways, let's go over the last hit. So, this base is fairly standard. This is actually pretty close to the base that I'm running. And let's go over how to hit it. So, you can do the drop a couple different ways. You can do the Japanese drop like that where you flare, or you can just throw them out. It just depends. If they only have 1 mortar... excuse me. If they only have 1 mortar, then I won't bother with the drop. With the flare, rather. I'll just kind of spam them out. But if they have more than 1 mortar, then I will do it. So, And I, pretty well every attack, you'll notice that I take out the Sky Shield. It just happens so many times where, you know, even though I was like, okay, you know, it's a Doom Cannon and a rocket launcher. We got 3 heavy choppers. We're not fizzling. Not going to be a problem. What happens, I found, when you don't take it out is you get 3 bombers and 1 heavy that split there, and then they all fizzle, and then you lose the attack. If you don't get the split right on these hits, you lose. So it's very important to take out those Sky Shields, especially on rocket launcher bases, which pretty well everyone's running now, just because, you know, they can trickle off to the sides and just cost you a lot of GBE. So it's better just to be careful and be able to shock it. So shock was a little bit late there, cost us a couple doodlers. So you see they go up here, which is fine. Usually what happens is we can do some second wins right there. So we get Kavan in this area. That's when we want to spam the second win, because we only need 2 bombers going on that side. I mean, we can shock all that stuff. So we were lucky enough. We got a few bombers going that way, and we got to protect those guys down here. Chicken, what are you doing? Oh, that was close. Oh my god. Didn't notice that until it was almost too late. Could have got a better time. Also being sloppy over here. It's tough because you're split and there's a lot of GBE needed to keep everyone alive and happy. And yeah, it was not an easy thing to do to get these splits. So typically too, you're flaring for the most part. I found sometimes I didn't have to flare, like on this one. You know, it was better to just let them go. And we're just going to throw a bunch of artillery. And there we go. Artillery, medkit, and boom. So not the fastest time in the world, but I found that to be a pretty consistent attack nonetheless. Let's see what we got against Tazzy. So he was running the front-loaded base. Now with these ones, what I did, you'll see I'll only put out 2 heavy choppers. This will be important for that other base that we just showed you how to hit it. I started out with 2 heavy choppers, and the reason is if you throw all 3 of them out, very susceptible that they all die to the Doom Cannon and the Boom Cannons. So you'll see right there, that one's about to die. Now we can throw this one down with some heavies out to protect it. It's going to last a lot longer. So yeah, the first heavy choppers die because they don't have heavies out yet, so everything targets them. So delaying that other one allows stuff to go back and forth between the heavies. You see it still actually ended up going down. It takes some damage, but... God, why am I yawning so much? But yeah, so that was that seemed to be the ticket. And then once you get through this front part here, this is where you need the split. And, you know, at this point, you want to start saving up GBE. So at this point, that's all I'm thinking of is just saving up GBE to art out that Sky Shield. You know, we put down enough stuff to survive the rest of the attack at this point, so just shocks and artillery is basically what we want to be saving for. And you see there's the flare right there. So when you look at these bases, it's helpful to do it in advance and to look at, like, okay, what's the exact middle between this rocket launcher, this one, and this boom cannon or this flamethrower, whatever it is. So you try to find the exact center of that, and you can actually reflare, you can screw it up, and it's okay. So I think I screwed this one up, and I think, yeah, so you see they all started going left, so I moved it back a little bit, and then we can see right away that some are going left, some are going the right. So that's all we need. It doesn't matter how many, as long as some of them are going to get to that point, then, you know, that's all we needed. So, and you can see, although we did have to reflare 2 times, or reflare once, it still was fast enough where they were able to move and you know, get back to that point and split without wasting too much time. Now, the only thing you got to be careful about with the reflare is when you're using second winds, they're going to run back to that flare. So just, you know, keep that in mind, that when you're second winding, you're not necessarily going to have all the troops going that way if the flare hasn't expired yet. So, all right, there we go. So this one was stressing me out because it was a slow hit, as you saw. I got 133 on it. And over here, so the reason I haven't flared the engines yet was because of those shock mines. I wanted the heavies to get out in front a little bit more, and now we're good to just gun it. I needed to make sure that the heavies hit the shock mines, not the bombers. And the bombers would be okay to stand between the rocket and the machine gun. It'll hit them a little bit, but they both have a dead zone, so they're okay to stand right in between them for the most part. And yeah, I forget if I medkitted. No. Yeah, just straight artillery, just damage, just speed. That's all we had to worry about. So hopefully that gives you a good idea of the tech, the base, and the attack going into that final day in the season. I might have to jump back in. I don't know. For now, we're just gonna wait and see. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Catch you next one, guys. Check it out. Back.